What's up, Facebook? Yes, it's me again. I'm coming back to you live. This time, I've got a special guest with me. I want y'all to welcome Mr. Demont Thompson. He's got a special message for everybody. So we're going to speak on some positivity, no negativity whatsoever. Power of the tongue, building your existence. He's got a special message he's been itching to get out. So therefore, I'm going to give him the stage to do so, because this is what we do. So please share the videos. This is the WRC Chronicles. And who that? Hi, Joyce. So, I'm going to give y'all a little special treat. As most of you've noticed, I have posted up, for guests or what have you. Give you a platform to speak your piece, speak your mind, speak what you need. Let's talk. This is what we do. So with the WRC Chronicles, WRC, I'm going to welcome you to Mr. Demont Thompson.
Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings.
And the stage is all his.
I got with Miss Curtis, Miss Wendy, because I wanted to, do a little show with her. She gave me a chance to be on this platform. And what I wanted to talk about the most is definitely with African Americans, how we treat one another, how we speak about one another. Because if you don't know no better, you don't realize how much power you possess with the way you think and the way you speak on your fellow brothers and sisters. Like me, I'm 38 years old. It took me a long time to really grasp this. I've always obtained knowledge, but obtaining knowledge only means having information. It's only wisdom once you apply it. So I started to think, like, what really changed me. I read the book, The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. And when I read that book, The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, it opened a whole nother avenue up to me about how I thought. Because some days I was so much into negativity and I kept wondering how negative things was happening in my life. It's because the way I was thinking. So I kept saying to myself, darn, I said, if I change this up, then maybe, I could create my universe for me or helping others around me. So that's why I always tell people, man, now you have to be mindful of the things you think and you say, because words will definitely build a person up or tear them down. And I am very conscious of that now. You will never, ever hear me speak bad about a person again. I don't care. I do not care how much I don't like their ways. I will never speak another. I won't gossip about them, because the things that you put out into the universe is the things you receive back. You receive that back. And if you think I'm lying, I'm going to show you how powerful this is. In the book of Genesis, when God created the heavens and the earth, everything that he created, he spoke it into existence. The only thing that he created with his hands was man and woman. Everything else he spoke it into existence. And then when he created Adam, he blew the breath of life into that man. He gave him the Holy Spirit. We the only beings on this earth that has this form of language. Animals don't have this form of language. But yet we the only beings on this earth that was created that we don't do what we supposed to do, what we was created to do, and that's build one another up. Oh man, help me God. They don't want to hear me though, Miss Curtis.
Yes, they do. Yes, they
I'm
do.
going to tell you, when you go to the book of Proverbs, it tells you it's life and death in the power of the tongue. It tells you a wholesome tongue is the tree to life. Oh, help me God. Miss Curtis, they don't want to hear me though.
Yeah, they do. Yes,
they don't want to hear me though. They tell you that a fool is considered wise when he can keep his mouth closed. Oh, help me God.
Bring it. Somebody needs this message.
The good brother Jesus, he told us, he said that it's not what goes in a man's mouth that defiles him. It's the words that come out that oh man, help me God. They don't want to hear me though. They don't want to hear me. I can only give it to you how it's given to me. The things I've studied, I've learned, it's so much power in speaking positivity into your fellow brothers and sisters, man. I don't care what you think about them. It don't cost you nothing to love somebody. And one thing about that word love, it's an action word. It's a verb. It's something you have to practice. It's just like anything else in life. You practice lying, you get good at it. You practice loving somebody, you get good at it. I mean, it's just a natural law of life, brethren. It's just a natural law of life. And people that's not conscious-minded of how they think or how they speak, they don't know no better, so they don't know how to do better. So when I read that book by Rhonda Byrne, The Secret, of course, you know, this is something that should have been told to us for free. But yet they charged you that. They charged you to have this. The same with a Bible. You know, you have to pay for a Bible. That's information and shit. Man, look, God gave it away free. Jesus gave it away free. How can you ever charge somebody for something that's good? Oh, help me, God. They don't want to hear me, though. God ain't got no bank account. If he do, I owe that man dearly. You can't say that you paying your tithes to God. Hell, when you pay your tithes to God, you do what you was created for. That's to treat one another good. Oh, help me, God. They don't want to hear me, though. They don't want to hear me, though. That's how you pay your tithes to God. You treat people right, man. You treat people, you get back what you put out. You know, I see on Facebook a lot of times people always talking about this and that in relationships, and, you know, I'm dealing with a no good man and I'm dealing with a no good woman. Well, let me tell you something, brothers and sisters. That type of energy you putting out, that's what you getting. You putting out whole shit, you gonna get it back. Oh, help me, God. They don't want to hear me, though. They don't want to hear me, though. You got to be mindful of the things you do and the things you say. If you creating that type of energy for yourself, you only attracting it. You attracting what you creating. What you thinking about, what you speaking, you attracting that. Oh, help me, God. Oh, help me, God.
I hope
you can't, look, I'm going to tell you something. You can't plant corn and expect to get tomatoes. It don't work that way. You can't plant corn and think you're going to get tomatoes. You're going to get what you planted. You're going to reap what you sow. Oh, help me, God. It's in the book. Go and look. I ain't going to lie. I ain't got to lie to you. It's in the books. Go and read it for yourself. That's the problem with a lot of people, man. They don't read. You got to read. You gotta read, and when you read, you gotta study, man. You gotta apply it to your life, man. Especially the power of the tongue. Oh man, that is a beautiful gift. It's something that's beautiful that everybody should do daily and practice in your life. Don't get me wrong, I ain't no saint. I ain't never been one. But over time, I learned to change. I learned that, you know, it ain't about how much knowledge you got or how many scriptures you can quote, because the Bible ain't about who can quote the most scriptures. The Bible is about who can live the most. Oh, help me, God. They don't want to hear me, though, Miss Curtis. They don't want to hear me. It's about who can live the most. That's why it's called a basic instructions before leaving earth. Not complicated instructions, but basic. Oh, man, help me, God. Jesus never was a man of a lot of words. He was a man of a lot of actions. He didn't have to talk it. He didn't have to talk it because he walked it. He showed people. He performed it. Oh, help me, God. He practiced daily. He practiced daily what he was supposed to do. He only gave the information to the people that was willing to receive it. You ain't willing to receive it, then, brother, you're going to be lost. You're going to be lost. You're going to be lost. I'm me. I'm just a poor righteous teacher. I try to give it to my brothers and sisters as much as I can. I would never charge a dime or anything to tell anybody about how good God is, man. Because serving God is not a job, man. It's an honor and a privilege. Oh, help me, God. Miss Curtis, they don't want to hear me, though. I'm trying to tell them. I'm trying to tell you what's righteous.
Give them that blessing.
I'm trying to tell you what's righteous, brother. And righteous don't mean being perfect. It means doing the right thing. Oh, help me, God. God made man in his image, not in his perfection. Oh, help me, God. They don't want to hear me, though.
Yes,
I just got to give it to you how I feel, baby. I got to give it to you how I feel. It's only right. It's only right, man. I love to see brothers and sisters doing good, man. I try to encourage brothers and sisters. I try to build them up, man, especially our race, man. You know, religion is a personal thing. God bless whatever, you know, whatever a person chooses to, you know, call their God, that's on you. Religion is a personal thing. That's salvation. And salvation only means deliverance. That's your own deliverance. Oh, help me, God. That's a personal thing. I don't care if you pray to Allah, Buddha, or who you pray to, because one thing that the good brother Martin Luther King said, we ain't got to see eye to eye to walk hand in hand, and that's something that black people done fell out of touch with. You know, we too busy trying to divide each other in groups. You know, our skin color make us, it puts us together as being beautiful, man. There's no way you should hate somebody that look the same color as you, and this ain't no knock to no other race or nothing. I'm just speaking to my people right now. You know, I mean, I love everybody the same, because skin color is what it is. You know, you got it for a reason. But man, oh man, help me, God. They don't want to hear me though.
Advice for like our young people that's coming.
I'm gonna tell you,
for our young people, these young brothers and sisters is out here trying to figure out their way. You know, because we got so much going on in these streets, and you got parents, you know, having to bury their children and grandchildren, and you know, the world is just in chaos. So the question is, what would you offer to these young black men, especially that's coming up in this day and age?
You know, like I said, man, you can talk that talk, but you got to be able to walk it. It ain't about who can talk it the best. It's about which brother can walk it the best. And a lot of times the youth, they watch our actions more than the things that we say to them, man. We can talk to them till our face turn blue, but you know what I'm saying? If I'm the type of brother, I'm trying to encourage other brothers, you know, not to sell drugs, not to tear the community down. Let's stop the gun violence. I have to be doing what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? You can't be a brother that, you know what I'm saying, you trying to tell another brother, you know, don't go out here and sell dope, but yet he know you still doing it. Come on, man. You can't be the pot calling the kettle black. If you're going to stand for something, stand for righteousness, man. You know, you show the brothers a way. Me, I'm a convicted felon, man. And people tried to tell me when I got out of prison 10-something years ago, they said, look here, bro, it's going to be hard for you. You ain't going to be able to get no job and this and that. I told them, I said, look here, let me tell you something about me. When I get out of prison, I'm gonna have a job within a week. When I got out that week, I had 2 jobs. Oh, help me, God. Nobody can ever tell me how good God is. Nobody can ever tell me that. Don't never let nobody tell you what you can and what you can't do, because the things you think about and you speak about is what you create. I'm probably the only black man you know that can say I work for Coke and Pepsi at the same time with a felon. Oh, help me, God. Oh, help me, God.
Preach,
and it's only because the character and the attitude of how I carry myself. Kindness in your attitude would take you a long way, man. People don't understand that how important your attitude is. You know, I now at this point in time in my life, I deliver caskets for a living. So, you know, every day that I go inside these funeral homes, whether they white and black, you know, people look at me, you know, hey, I got a mohawk, tattoos. You know, people tend to judge you, you know, from seeing you, they tend to judge you for that. But, you know, I come in, I'm kind, yes, sir, no, sir. It's the utmost respect. As soon as I do that, all the tension is gone out the room. You know, my grandma used to tell me all the time, she'd be like, grandson, baby, you got to ease your hand out of a lion's mouth. Because if you don't, he might snatch it off. You got to be kind, you got to be merciful. You got to know how to move, man. You got to know how to be able to be kind to others, man. That's my main thing, is loving one another, man. That's always my message when I talk, man, is loving one another, because that's something that we seem to cannot figure out. I do not know why African American black people cannot put it together that it's not hard to love one another. You can love somebody enough to stay the hell out from around them if you don't like their ways. Man. We ain't got to kill one another. It don't make no sense just to kill a person because you don't like their ways. And 9 out of 10 times, you don't like their ways is because it's probably something you see in them that you got going on with inside yourself. Oh, help me, God. That mirror a tough thing to look at. I ain't gonna tell you how many days I had to look in the mirror for the things I did wrong to women, to my fellow brothers and sisters, and I had to reevaluate. I said, damn, man, no wonder I keep getting all this bad back in my life. Probably because the way I was thinking. In order to do somebody right or wrong, you got to think it before it ever turns into an action. And if you speak it, I done seen times where I might have a problem with somebody, and I might tell one of my homeboys, yo, when I see that joker, man, I'm going to approach him. I'm going to let him know what's up. And it won't be before I know it. I done spoke him into existence. That old saying goes, speaking of the devil. I done spoke him into existence. Now I'm faced with this decision where, you know, I done spoke this problem into existence. Now what I'm going to do when I get to it?
Thank you, Joyce.
Oh, help me, God.
Joyce says, preach, brother. She would like to have you come to one of her meetings. Powerful message.
It's just, man, it's sincere from the heart, man. It's nothing, you know, it's from God, man. I'm just a messenger, man. It's just from God. It's nothing that, you know.
I'm going to interject just for a brief second.
Yes, come on. Please,
Joyce, and I hope you don't mind me what I'm getting ready to say. For those who don't know Joyce's situation, she had her grandson murdered earlier this year. He was sitting in his car minding his business, you know, and someone approached him and unfortunately took his life for no reason, and we still have no clue as to who, what, and why. So she has some organizations here in Burlington, North Carolina, that she's trying to reach out, get the community together, not only to get justice for her grandson, but for justice for any person who's lost someone to violence on the street. You know, because that's why I have this motivational speaker right here, because he can relate. He's been out there in the streets, or what have you, as he just admitted himself. So, you know, hopefully this word that he's given can encourage somebody, can motivate somebody, because this is just what we do. But of course, I thank you, George, for tuning in, and hopefully he's seeing it. I'm relaying message and get in contact, and I'm sure he'll be happy to come out and do some motivational speaking for whenever you have another seminar.
I'll be more than glad to come out, speak, help. I mean, all from the heart, man. I do it all from the heart, man. Like I said, people gotta realize, man. I ain't gonna beat a pastor down or a church, for what they do. But man, God's word is for free, man. When you do it, you gotta be sincere about it, man. Jesus tell you in the book, man, don't take nothing for it. Don't take nothing for it. Don't take no gold, no silver. Don't put nothing in your purse for it. Oh man, the devil is a lie.
He trying to be, but we ain't gonna stop nothing.
Jesus tell you, don't put nothing in your purse for it. The word is for free, man. The word is for free. And we should all speak life into the youth, man, instead of telling the young kids, they ain't shit. Look how you wear your pants. Look how you wear your clothes. I remember at one point in time, my mom and dad wore afros and dashikis. It was a culture thing. It's just culture with us. A lot of people don't understand the youth because they going off of culture. Rappers and everybody, man, they should step up and they should tell the youth this, man. They listening to that music. They should tell the youth that it's just entertainment. That's all it is, good brother. It's just entertainment, man. It's just entertainment. It was what we do. It's culture, man. It has nothing to do with a rapper or somebody out there really in the streets killing people, because those rappers ain't out there gang banging. It's the brothers down in Compton and the brothers in St. Louis and the brothers in Chicago that's killing one another that we should be concerned about and trying to help these brothers. Like I said, man, oh, help me, God, man. If Farrakhan and T.D. Jakes could put their pride to a side, the good book say that, pride before destruction and a haughty spirit before the fall. Oh, help me, God. Them brothers got so much power, man. LeBron James, all these beautiful brothers in the world, man. We have to put that aside and really, help the youth, speak life into them, show them that we care, because the youth don't think that we care about them no more. Because we too busy speaking negative things about them. Oh, they ain't shit. They ain't gonna grow up to be shit. They this and that. Look, man, hey, look. Hey, man, you gotta be mindful of the words that you speaking, man. I tell my daughter all the time how smart and how beautiful she is. She excelling in school. She jumped straight from 2nd grade to the 3rd grade. I let her know how much of a queen she is. I don't bring no negativity around, man. I don't even want it around me. When I speak now, I let my words be something that's gonna uplift somebody. I spent too many years wasted, man, tearing the community down, tearing my fellow brothers and sisters down. I spent too many years doing that. I'm conscious of it now, man. And if I can help somebody, man, I'm all for it, man. My heart, it tears me apart to see, brothers and sisters, man, especially brothers, man, kill one another when our grandmas and aunts and all our family members be visiting and going to the churches together. You kill a brother across town, man, I'm pretty sure your grandma know his grandma. How much sense does that make? I mean, it's ignorance, man, how we treat each other. It's ignorance. We got to do better, man. We got to do better. We got to do better, man. We got to do better. And it's probably a lot of times, it's probably kind of hard to reach the youth because most of the guys that's, got a positive message to say, the youth, they can be kind of closed-minded at times. It's probably because a lot of time guys don't look like them. They don't swag like them or whatever. You know how the young folks are, man. They follow behind stuff, man, that they think this popular at the time, man. Been there and done that, man. If I can help a brother, I'm going to help him, man. I'm going to help him. I pretty much said all I could possibly say, man. I don't know what else I could possibly say. I just encourage people, man. I don't care what you're going through. I don't care how you dislike a brother or sister. Still wish them well and wish them blessed, man. Speak blessings into their life, man. You want to put that out there, man, because one thing about life, you're going to get back what you put out. You're not going to plant corn and think you're going to grow tomatoes. It just don't, it's not a natural law of life. So, I encourage everybody, be kind to somebody. It don't cost you a dime, man, to tell people. You would think that Duke Power would cut your lights off if you was nice to somebody. People got a hard time with doing that. I ain't here to judge nobody, man. Like I said, I'm not a saint. I'm not here to judge nobody. I admit to my faults. But a real man, you don't make excuses. You make changes, man.
Woo!
You make
say
changes.
That one more again.
A real man don't make excuses. He make changes, man. I've been out of prison 10 years, man. When my mom and dad, when I come through the door, when they see me now, they smile. They know the man in me. They know the God in me. People try to tell me, well, brother, you don't look like a man of God. When I tell them quick, what does a man of God look like? It ain't what he look like, it's what he act like. Oh, help me, God. They don't want to hear me, though.
Now, see, that's
a man
real,
of God ain't what he look like, it's what he act like.
Oh, that's real. Let your words match your actions. Yes.
It ain't what he look like, it's what he act like.
Oh,
help
tell
me,
it, child.
God.
Tell it. Now, them right there
They don't wanna
touch
hear me,
my
though.
shot. No.
They don't want to hear me, though. I can only give it to you, man, straight from the heart, man. I can only give it to you straight from the heart. You know, my education only goes as high as a high school diploma. But I never stopped learning.
Amen.
I kept reading, I kept studying. You know, I've been doing it for years, man. I've been doing it for years. It's just now I'm to the point where I realize I'm mature enough to be able to stand on the things that I have learned over time. Because I've seen times that, you know, I go back to drinking. I go back to doing drugs. You know, I go back to a lot of ignorance. I'm at the point, I'm 38. I realize now, you know, hey, you talk it, bro, you got to walk it. It's got to line up together, man. It's got to line up together. And I don't care what nobody think about me because nobody can tell me how God has blessed me. He done showed me so many times in my life, man. 7 years ago, I could have died from a motorcycle wreck. I walked out of it. Oh, help me, God. They don't want to hear me, though.
No, give it to them, honey. Give it to them.
God is good, man.
We got plenty of time.
I said, man, now I just enjoy telling people about how good God is, man. I just enjoy it because it's something that each and every person should do, man. Everybody should, you know, you should speak positivity. Like, understand me, Jesus was not a man of a lot of words, man. He was a man of a lot of actions. And if he did speak, he let his words be that of positivity. He didn't judge nobody. He didn't beat nobody down, regardless of what he did, man. Regardless of what a person did, Jesus did not beat him down. That's what made that brother so beautiful. That's what made him so beautiful. He understand that everybody had faults, man. When they bought the prostitute to him or the woman they accused of adultery, when they bought it to him, he was writing on the ground. They wanted to stone her. Jesus said, "Look, check this out, bro. Any one of y'all is without sin, cast the first stone." The ones with the most sin walked away first. Oh, help me, God. They didn't want no trouble with it. They knew they was wrong. Mm-hmm. They knew they was wrong. Mm-hmm. Oh, man, help me, God. They don't want to hear me, though.
I think somebody heard you.
I hope so, man. I hope so. I hope
like
they hear me. I hope they hear me, and I
message.
hope they understand me that the words that I'm giving you is sincerely from the heart, man. It's sincerely from the heart. Me personally, I'm the type of man, I don't care about nothing that got anything to do with material or money or nothing like that. But for the simple fact is, you can't take it to the grave with you when you go. The only thing you take it to the grave with you is your deeds and how you treated people when you was here on earth. You will never see no cars or no houses or people accessing bank accounts from the grave. You'll never see it, baby. Only thing people gonna speak about you is how you treated others while you was here, man.
That's it.
You're gonna be held accountable for those positive words that you spoke and those worthless words that you spoke. So that's why now I spend my time trying to build, man. I spend my time trying to build. I don't have time to talk down or speak bad on nobody no more, man. It's just pointless, man. They worthless words, man. You just having a meaningless conversation because eventually it's gonna turn into somebody being a hater. That's all it is. Somebody gonna be a hater, man. And you start talking down on people. It's pointless, man. You know, I just hope, brothers and sisters, man, I hope my message, you know, can touch somebody's heart, you know, and let somebody know that it is a brother out here that sincerely care, man. That sincerely care. Where I live at, I don't walk outside the house and I'm threatened by gang violence or nothing. Why is it that I care about the brothers in Compton? Why is it that I care about the brothers in Chicago? I care because I'm sincere, man. Man, we could definitely make a change. We cannot get mad at social injustice for police killing us if we ain't gonna be mad at our own race for killing each other. Hold on now. If we want others to treat us better, see what I'm saying about that energy? What you putting out there in the universe, you can only receive it back. We got to treat each other good first. Then we can, hey, what y'all doing to us, you know it ain't right. What y'all been did to us, y'all know it ain't right. Oh, come on now. You got to treat each other good, man. It ain't hard to love somebody. You can love a person enough to preserve life, man. I'm trying to figure out how brothers do not have this type of understanding, or maybe nobody is, each one teach one. We should definitely be telling each other, having these messages and getting out and building with one another, man. Oh, help me, God. Miss Curtis, I'm done. I ain't got nothing else to say, man. God is
all
good,
right then,
man.
I believe you done said
God is
quite a
good.
bit. Well, y'all, let's see. Yes, please share this video. I appreciate that, Joyce, and anyone else who chooses to share this video is most appreciated. I'm speechless. I am truly speechless, but I am so super proud of this young man. I've known him for several years. I've seen the changes, seen the growth, and I'm just delighted to see that. And I'm glad that he was able to come out today and share his message with you all. So again, you know, I'm going to wind this up. This has been the WRC Chronicles, and I appreciate every and each one of you who tuned in. And please share the videos. I'm looking for my next guest. Who's up next?